Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, J Money here, and I am bringing you some StarCraft 2 Heart of the Storm action. This is going to be a Protoss vs Zerg matchup, and it is going to be the very first match I have singly casted in a very long time. I can already tell this is going to be a great cast because I already messed up on the first line of the introductions. Yeah. So with that being said, hopefully you guys will enjoy this game. Quite frankly, in the past, I've got a little burnt out in the whole StarCraft thing because it was literally all I was doing, breathing, watching. I started doing live streaming, doing a couple other gameplays and such, and all of a sudden I really got like in the mood to record. It's middle of the night right now, and quite frankly, I'm like, you know what? I want to cast some StarCraft. I want to watch some StarCraft. So I spent some time Googling the Googleson and finding me some replays, and I figured I would cast them for you. With that being said, let's get to the introductions and meet our players for this game. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we do have our red Protoss player. His name is LiquidHerO. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we do have our blue Zerg player. His name is EGRevival. So guys, like I said, I might be a little rusty. Just let me know in the comment section below how god-awful I am. And it's okay. It's fine. Just give me a pointer on how I can improve, and then it will all be right with the world. As we see, we do have this lonely little probe right here, going for a jolly little walk, trying to make it into his opponent's base, which I'm sure he will. Other than that, the Zerg player is starting to send out his lovely, lovely overlords, pretty much to get into great scouting position. We do have a spawning pool on the way, and you just see this drone just bypass the natural, saying, dude, I don't even want to try to get that natural. I know you're going to block it. It's going to be annoying. I'm going to get beat up. You're going to get beat up. He's up on the hassle, and he just takes his expansion where his third should be, which is fine. Eventually, he is going to make a couple Zerglings, and it will chase this guy off, or he'll make it nice and easy and just come right into the base, and the Zerglings will eat it alive. Either way, it works for the Zerg player. He will be able to get his 3 bases up and running, hopefully pretty soon. Does look like he did go for that forge opening to protect his nice early expansion. I'm assuming he's going to drop a cannon relatively soon, and there it is. So he's going to be in a nice defensive protective spot. This probe right here is there actually a big enough hole right there? I think so. Yeah. So pretty much this guy's right here just filling in, making sure nothing can run by and cause damage. As we see, this probe is going to be running away for his life while this one poor little Zergling just nips at him from behind. Nip, 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 nip. But I don't think anything too bad will happen to this guy. His shields will regenerate. He should be nice and safe at home any moment. And as we see, oh, this queen is on a cardio workout right now, walking to the third base. And with no creep, that's a hike. As you see, the poor little drones outrun the queen. That is not a happy queen. But here we go. The technical third base, I will be calling this his natural. I will be calling this his third, just for your guys' information, because otherwise I will just confuse myself. Other than that, pretty standard play at this point. We have double gas fully set up and operational. This overlord is the eye in the sky, just scouting around, doing his own thing, which is always great. We do have a pylon trying to be pushed to the left side, so he is going to try to hide some vision from the Zerg. I don't know how great that is going to work. We do have a couple sentries coming on out, and he will probably tickle the overlord to death, or actually he's getting ready to move in position to get away from any stalker or sentry damage. We do have a robo facility coming down, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see what way he is going to go with that. Other than that, we do have a zealot pretty much venturing out, trying to get any map presence that it can. And actually, can we see it? We do have that poor zealot in a corner trying to get rid of any surround that would happen. And actually, that zealot killed a good 4 or 5 Zerglings just by backing up into the wall and pretty much playing nice and safe. If we take a look at the units lost tab thus far, it's extremely early in the game. but as you see, they're pretty much neck and neck with one another. Other than that, we do have a Immortal on the way, so which is pretty much just a devastating unit from the Protoss player. And we have sentries. How many sentries do we have out right now? We have a third one on the way, so it should be pretty interesting to see what he's going to do with this. He could be going for the very famous immortal sentry all-in, which in Heart of the Swarm has not become a very big all-in play for the sheer fact Mama Ship Core. He could do a total recall if he gets into any danger and saves all his units. So that's honestly my favorite. The best overall Protoss unit right there. Beautiful, lovely, elegant. What's not to love about the Mothership Core? Other than that, as we see, more and more sentries are being made. And we do have a third Immortal on the way, so it does look like that is going to be the route that he is going to go. Okay, for a second I thought that was sealed, but it wouldn't be the first time, wouldn't be the last time. Will he get it? Will he get it? No, this poor Overlord survives with just 19 health, and oops. Oh, never mind, he does blow up and die, guts going all over these beautiful diamonds. Other than that, you do see another huge warping of sentries. The 3 Immortals are on the way. And we got level 1 upgrades on the way. The Zerg player should have a kind of idea what is going on. He did have the Watchtower available, and we have a whole bunch of Zerglings and Roaches ready to engage. However, how well will this army be able to handle? We do have some pretty decent force fields, but a lot of Zerglings did manage to get this around, and the lone Zealot isn't really going to do too much to eat away at this army. However, it does look like it is managing to hold their own, but at what cost? The Protoss player just lost so much stuff. Pretty much all the sentries and one of the Immortals and the other 2 are pretty badly hurt. If we do take a look at the units lost, though, they are pretty even. The Zerg player is starting to come back in for another assault, which did manage to help out a little bit. The Protoss player is slightly behind at this point, but nothing too bad. He is going to use the Mama Ship Core to just continue picking and picking at these little creep tumors, because without creep tumors, you're a slow Zerg. When you're a slow Zerg, can't get the best surrounds. But with the +1 attack about to finish up, that is going to be a huge plus for the Protoss player. But there you go, +1 attack for the Zerg, and we do have a bunch of Hydralisks getting ready to pop, which is it's going to be pretty scary if you're the Protoss at this point in time. Hydralisk, pretty scary unit unless you got some Colossus or something like that to really protect you. Does look like they did destroy their own little pylon for the sheer fact they didn't want any run-ins coming through. It does look like he might be getting ready to try to get his third base. And whoa, oh, Mama Ship Core trying to stall and delay, but he split up his army. Oh, the pathing is pretty scary. Oh, if this Zerg player was just go on the high ground and destroy everything. But instead, he'd rather just get this around. And will he? How much damage will he be able to do in this situation? It does look like the Protoss player taking advantage of the shields, pretty much separating. Time Warp did slow down the Hydras, and the Zerg player just lost a heck of a lot of stuff in that last little engagement. As you see, pretty much everything just melting away. Actually, the force field's actually being a deterrent right now, delaying him ever so slightly. If we do take a look at the units lost, the Zerg lost so much stuff right there. He is about 2,000 resources behind the Protoss player right now. And this might not be the best engagement right here. We do have quite a few Spine Crawlers, but we do have a couple of Immortals. But I do not know how this is going to go. Will the Zerg player be able to hold and defend right now? I mean, it kind of stinks for him because he's not going to be able to get us around, and he is melting those Spine Crawlers very quickly. Another Time Warp is used to slow down the Zerg's assault. And we have actually a Warping from the high ground with the Warp Prism, and he is pretty much wreaking havoc on the Zerg. But it does look like the Zerg is finally going to start to get that nice little surround. No, yes. Oh, guys, I'm telling you, I've been rusty. I'm losing my eye for this stuff, but more and more Zerg units are starting to rush on in. 24 more Zerg units, actually, are being made, and they're pretty much just starting to overwhelm this poor Protoss. This Protoss player, LiquidHerO, one of the best Protoss out at this point in time, is being forced to run back, and he will have to try to defend. But as we see, there is so much stuff heading LiquidHerO's way, and he really doesn't have much remaining. He's going to try to kill that pylon so he can at least get a defensive position in his base. We do have a force field trying to keep the Zerg player out of his base, which is kind of working for now, and then he just turns on the rocks and destroys it. He did manage to kill that pylon. He is trying to get force fields, but he is just going to get overwhelmed. Once these force fields end, will he be able to hold? I do not believe so. He is trying to transition into Robotech, and if he does manage to get out a couple of Colossus, he might be able to turn it, but LiquidHerO says, no way, I concede the first game. Hopefully you did enjoy this game. If you did feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I know, little rusty, but I will do my best to get back to where I was. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.